This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we join you from MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today, a good matchup in the NFC. It's the Green Bay Packers and the New York Giants. Mike Tirico along with Greg Olson. That's Brandon McManus to get this one underway. And off we go from East Rutherford. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. After that play, it stopped an injured Giant on the field. Not something you want to see in the opening minute of the game. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. With the man out of Purdue, that's Tyrone Tracy. Gonna be hit and dry. Great push upfield defensively. What a way to start this one.
Mike, this defense talked all week about the importance of coming out fast and starting this game the right way, and it's less about the loss of yards there on that first play and more about just setting the tone. Hey, we're gonna be here all day. We're bringing it, and boy, did they ever.
Throwing on 2nd down, Winston. Off he goes. And he's going to give himself up, but not before he picks up the 1st down.
A gain of 24 yards. And the Giants' 1st down.
You know this defense worked all week defending this quarterback as a scrambler, as a runner. But sometimes it's just hard to simulate until you see him in real life, his speed, his ability to create. We saw him get him here early on the big scramble. He's able to pick up the 1st down and keep the drive alive.
And he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yardage.
Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
They'll run again. It's Tracy again. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it's 3rd down.
The truth is, Mike, they just aren't getting the push they need up front. This defense has been a motivated group these last couple plays, and now for the 2nd straight time, they failed to even get back to the original line of scrimmage.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Really smart play, especially considering how early it is in the game. If something's not there, don't force it. Just throw it away and play the next snap.
So on 4th down, out is Jamie Gillen to punt for the Giants. That is fielded at the 13. That could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line. So the Packers come out, and they are led by Jordan Love, who followed Aaron Rodgers after playing apprentice for a couple of seasons. And now for Love, it is his 3rd season as the Green Bay starter.
You know, Mike, it's kind of become cliche. You know, these guys come onto the field and we say, hey, you got to defend every blade of grass. They can make every throw, but that's exactly the case anytime this guy's lined up behind center. And the amount of stress that it puts on your pass defense, on your secondary to know how to defend sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone, no matter where that ball is snapped. That's a tall task, and they're going to have to mix up coverages and be really sound on the back end, or this guy can really kill you.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 2. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he's going to be close to a 1st down. Looks like he'll have just enough to keep the chains moving.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short. play-action pass. You can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
Off the play fake. Here's Love. High throw, but it's reeled in. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
21 yards.
A pickup of 21 on that connection. Good for a Green Bay first down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
These were the chunk plays they thought they could get here against this pass defense. They thought the passing game favored their offense in this matchup, and I think we can expect this to be the case the rest of the game.
Love to throw it on first down. He'll get that complete to Dontavian Wicks. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
First and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. That's caught right side. It's the tight end Musgrave. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Let's give a lot of credit to him, Mike, for standing tough in the pocket. He knows he's about to take a big hit with the defense bringing pressure, but they weren't able to get there in time and prevent that completion.
Throwing on second down, Love. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. We'll try to run it here with Jacobs. And the Packers are going to have what looks to be he'll take this down to the 10-yard line.
That's good for the Packers. First down.
This has been a picture-perfect opening drive. You would have hated for it to get stopped there. Fortunately for them, they get a nice run on 3rd down, and it's going to set up 1st and goal.
This opening drive going to form so far. Now they've got it 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Love. This one is complete along the sideline. A very nice job to fit that ball in. It'll be a modest gain.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
Here's a screen taken in by Jacobs. And he gets out wide. He'll go to the end zone. Josh Jacobs. Touchdown, Green Bay. Brandon McManus now to add the extra point. The kick is good. And the Packers will take a 7-0 lead.
Giants nothing.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, it's Gunnar Olszewski. he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Giants offense ready to see the football for the second time. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. On first down. He's inside the 40, and he's out of bounds inside the 30. A big-time play out of the G-men. It's a gain of 43 yards.
Well, I'm not sure you're going to find a better example of just pure speed in the open field than that run right there. I mean, when he got past the first wave, you got the sense that he might just be able to outrun everybody on the field.
Now a screen set up for Tracy. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, inside the 20. Now it looks like we have an injured Packer player on the field. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, it's Jameis. He takes off.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
It is 2nd and 6. Now here's a keeper on his own read. And he's in! Jameis Winston. Touchdown, New York.
When you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
Point after, coming up here. He's got it. And the Giants will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. This taken at the 5. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Packers offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with 1st down. Jacobs to start the drive. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. Give him 14 on that play. 1 first down.
A gain of 14.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to 3rd down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
Love to throw on 1st and 10. That complete. to Jacob. He's not going to get too far. Tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
They get 10 yards on the hook up there. First down, Packers.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
Now, Jacobs. He'll try to push forward. He'll wind up getting 3 yards with that one. Andrew Phillips in on the tackle.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7. Now Love. This one not quite on target. Got him too much. That one falls incomplete. Christian Watson, the intended receiver. Now it's going to be 3rd down.
Seems like there was some miscommunication that time. They clearly weren't on the same page. That's something that they've got to get on the sideline and get corrected as soon as possible, because I think they just missed out on what could have been a big play.
Down the field, but it falls incomplete. Trying to connect with Romeo Doubs that time. And it's going to be 4th down.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
On 4th down, the Packers turn it over to Daniel Whelan to punt. Gunnar Olszewski is deep for the Giants. And not the greatest of results here. This is going to hit in the field of play and continue out of bounds. The Giants offense ready to get back at it. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Tracy will manage to get 2, maybe 3 on that carry. Xavier McKinney, the one who brings him down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 6. We'll go play action. It's Winston out to his right. Now he'll run it. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a 1st down.
13 yards on the play. And the Giants 1st down.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the 1st down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
A quick throw on the RPO is complete. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at their 48-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. In motion, it's Robinson. He'll get this out wide. That'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down.
Brings up 3rd down.
A touchdown apiece here in the pair of 7s on the scoreboard. We're back to upstate New York in just a moment. Giants football here to begin the 2nd quarter. They've got 3rd down and less than a yard. It's the quarterback with the sneak. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
And the Giants first down.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
On first down, it's Winston. He gets that complete downfield to Slayton. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
At the 23-yard line.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
He'll let this go towards the end zone. And that is incomplete. Wan'Dale Robinson, the one he was looking for that time. It's second down.
So something they teach these defenders, especially in the secondary, Mike, is to trust your eyes. Don't panic, don't overcommit until you see where that ball is being thrown. And it's a great example here, the defender just trusting those eyes and breaking on the ball, and he almost comes away with a pinch.
And he'll take this ahead for a gain of about 5, and here comes third down.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Out of the gun, it's Winston. Back into the hands of his receiver, Hyatt. And they're going to have enough to convert here. And it sets up 1st and goal.
Nothing really fancy about that last completion, but what it does do, Mike, is now they are on the doorstep of the end zone. So now they've got to find a way to finish this long drive with a touchdown.
Here's a run. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's 2nd and goal.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
They'll go with him again. Once again, this defense up to the task. They stop him for no gain yet again. And now it's 3rd down.
And after putting together what's been a long and methodical drive, they suddenly find themselves on the verge of potentially stalling out. So this defense, they can get a stop here. That would feel like a pretty big win on a drive that's largely been dominated by the offense.
And he will get into the end zone. Jameis Winston, touchdown, New York. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. And that is now a pair of rushing touchdowns. The quarterback giving it to them, Greg, with his legs in this one.
And we're starting to see, Mike, why this week this coaching staff told us they're encouraging this guy to do this more often. His ability to be a passer, but also a rusher, is an element to this offense that is hard for defenses to account for.
No problem there on the extra point. And the Giants will move out to a 14-7 lead. So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This will be returned from the 6. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Packers offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. They'll go play action with Love.
Looked like a pass protection breakdown. They had 5 offensive linemen and a running back in the backfield. I promise you, somebody was assigned to that linebacker, but he timed the blitz perfectly. He ran through and was able to bring him down for a big sack.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. That is Musgrave, the man in motion. A 2nd down throw for Love. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Complete to number 88, Luke Musgrave. It's a gain of 6, and it's 3rd down.
It is 3rd and 10. Back to throw is Love. Moving left. He'll try and get there on the ground. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a 1st down.
And the Packers, 1st down. A gain of 13 yards.
The defense decides to come with a blitz here on 3rd down, and it's a little feast or famine. You're counting on getting home and getting to the quarterback. But give credit to the offensive line. Not only do they protect, they buy enough time for the quarterback to escape the pocket, turns himself into a runner, picks up the 1st down.
And penalty flags come in as it winds up incomplete, but no doubt there was contact there.
Automatic 1st down.
Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, here comes Jacobs. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line. Give him 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a 1st down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Here comes 2nd and 4. That is Musgrave, the man in motion. On 2nd down, Love. This one caught at the 4. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
From the gun, on 3rd down, it's Love. Oh, not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looked like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
But here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a 3rd and very reasonable. Incomplete on that 3rd down try. Now brings up 4th and short.
And they'll try it now with Jacobs. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Josh Jacobs. Touchdown, Green Bay. That's his 2nd touchdown so far here in the 1st half.
You know, Mike, I think we're going to see a lot of this, and you know why? It's the new kickoff rule. So think about it. In the old days, you'd kick a field goal, you'd kick a touchback, and your opponent would have the ball on the 20. You didn't give up as much field position, but you only got 3 points. Nowadays, you go for 3 points and you kick a touchback. They get the ball on the 35. It's almost 30 yards of field position. You're just better off going for touchdowns when you get in here tight.
That ties the game at 14.
We are all square, 14 apiece the score as this one's away. This one taken at the 7. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. Here's the Giants offense now. They get set to take over once more. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter and get started with 1st and 10. The throw is Winston. He'll step up and run.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
At the 33-yard line.
From the 33, here's 2nd down and 2. On the give, it's Tracy. And this will be a Giants 1st down. Good running. Gets him to about the 44.
A gain of 10 yards. And the Giants 1st down.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
A quick throw here on the RPO. It's caught by Johnson.
The timing of these RPO concepts, that's the entire key. Remember, Mike, in the college game, they get a 3-yard window that they're allowed to be downfield even on a forward pass. That's not the rule in the NFL. These decisions have to be made quickly. If not, even after a good pickup, you could be coming back due to a flag.
He'll get it into the hands of Slayton. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. 11 yards on the connection there. 1st down, Giants.
39-yard line.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick as that ball is coming now.
And showing the quick feet there as he gets forward for a pickup of 3.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the Packers' 35-yard line.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 6. On the ground, it's right back to Tracy. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. He'll get 19 out of that play. That's good for a Giants 1st down.
1st and 10.
What we're seeing here in this first half, Mike, is an example of the offensive line, the running back, and the play caller all on the same page. The execution and the ability to continue to pick up chunk plays on the ground has been a great start for this offense.
Reaching for it, the tight end couldn't bring it in. It's incomplete.
There was no hesitation from the quarterback. From the jump, he knew where he wanted to go with that ball, but still leads to an incompletion. They're just still not quite on the same page.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. A carry here for Tracy. And it's going to be 1st and goal coming up. Tackle made at the 5-yard line.
It's a gain of 11. And the Giants 1st down.
The story of this drive has just been their ability to sustain and get fresh sets of down. Now, in this case, after picking up that big gain on the ground, they find themselves 1st and goal.
5 yards from the house. They've got it 1st and goal. They'll run here with Singletary. And he'll lose yardage here. The defense standing strong in the red zone. They drop him back at the 10.
It's a loss of 5.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits. What do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal?
So, 2 minutes to play in a back and forth 1st half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line. Second down and goal. Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it. He'll take this one down to the 8-yard line.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
The Packers go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll talk things over before third down. Winston. It is brought in the end zone. Darius Slayton. Touchdown, Giants.
That was just too easy, Mike. It's just straight man coverage. Great route by the receiver on the slant. You just can't give up an inside release deep in your own end zone because, as you just saw, it's pitch and catch.
The try here for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Giants have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Here's Williams on the return. And this will work out quite well. They'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. Josh Jacobs and the Packers offense heading back onto the field. They're searching here for the tie score, down 21-14. And they'll begin 1st and 10. Here's Love. That's caught by Golden, right side. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. They'll gain 17 on that one. A very quick first down.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half. And just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
On 1st and 10, here's Love. Throwing left side there, but it is incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. Luke Musgrave, the tight end, was the intended target there. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
It's one of those balls where the quarterback wishes there was a string. The second it came out of his hand, he wished he could just pull it back because from the moment it left his hand, that looked like a sure interception. And the only reason it wasn't because the defender just flat out dropped it.
To throw is Love. This one just too far for the receiver, out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The Giants offense and Jameis Winston getting set to go to work again. And this defense has to be searching for answers right now. It's been his ability to make plays on the ground here in the first half that has really given them fits. Winston to throw on first down. Nowhere to go. He is taken down. Rashawn Gary getting in there to drop him. It'll be a loss of 7 to start this drive.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
Second down throw for Jameis. It's caught. It's Robinson. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you. This one still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand as our second half is about to get underway. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. On the return, it's Williams. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. Josh Jacobs and the Packers offense heading back onto the field. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. Play action, Love. There's a short one caught by Kraft. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
So anytime you decide to blitz, the hope is that the secondary can hold up long enough to allow the extra pressure guys to get to the quarterback. But when you don't get to the quarterback and he's able to get the ball on time and in rhythm, there are holes in the back end, and they're able to pick up the first down.
Over the middle of the tight end, Musgrave. And he's going to be taken down at the 37. It's a pickup of 12. Good for a Green Bay first down.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
And he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
Jacobs, the ball carrier. He's brought down at the 39-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And they'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to third down.
At this point, we're going to need 2 hands to count for how many yards he's averaged in this one, Mike. But unfortunately, it just hasn't been enough to overcome the deficit here at this stage of the game.
From the gun, it's Love. Going up top. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there. Make things difficult defensively. And it sets up fourth down.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on third down? It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up fourth down.
Packers set to kick this one away. And he didn't get the check he was hoping for in that one. That goes into the end zone, and it's a touchback. The Giants offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. On the ground, here's Tracy. Not much to speak of on that one, maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Waste of time.
From the gun, Winston.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
From the gun on third down, it's Winston. He's got his man complete to Johnson. A great connection there. They're going to bring it down inside the 35-yard line. A big play for the Giants. 47 yards.
31-yard line.
The most valuable real estate on the field, Mike, that every offense is trying to attack is the middle of the field. So when you have a tight end who's as good as this guy and you can get vertical down the middle, man, that is a nightmare for these defenses to deal with.
We'll go play action. It's Winston in trouble, and down he goes. Devontae Wyatt in there to drop him that time. It's a loss of 7.
To play in the NFL, you got to have a short-term memory because regardless of whether the previous play was good or bad, they're going to line up and snap it again. And in this case, really nice job bouncing back. They put the bad play behind them, forced the sack in the ensuing play, and they're right back on track.
Second down throw for Winston. Over the middle, that's the tight end, Johnson. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Well, they hook up again. Second time on this drive. And this one's good for 18 yards and a first down. Motion man is Hyatt. Now it's Tracy looking to run, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. Out wide. That is dropped. That could be a live football. The Packers have it. Inside the 30. And he is going to bring this one back. They force the fumble, and it leads to a defensive score. And Greg, you talked about it all week. Not just stop them with the defense, but make impact plays, and that is as big a play as you can ask for.
Yeah, and across the league, Mike, this continues to be a huge point of emphasis. Every defensive coach starts practice with takeaway circuits. How can we find ways to take the ball away? In this case, they force the fumble, scoop, score, 6 points.
Now it's McManus for the point after. He knocks it through, and the Packers will even the score. It's now 21-all. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Giants offense back onto the field for their next possession. This one tight throughout, all level at 21 as they'll search for a go-ahead score. On first down, it's Winston. That's caught downfield by Robinson. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
It's a gain of 27
That's good for
yards.
27 and a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
Oh, on the football. And fortunately, their center able to rein it in, and they'll retain possession.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
Throwing on second down, Winston. He has Hyatt complete. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and third down. Coming up.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
Out of the gun, it's Winston. This one down the field, but lined up incomplete.
A little miscommunication there. Now brings up third down. It just doesn't appear that the quarterback and the wide receiver were on the same page on that last pass.
The Giants sending out their punter. He's on for the second time. They'll try to get something inside the 10. And this is going to work out just fine. Kick goes out of bounds at the 5-yard line. Josh Jacobs and the Packers offense heading back onto the field. And they're going to hear it from this crowd. They're backed up deep as they start first and 10. Start on the ground with Jacobs. And he's going to be brought down past the 20. 16 yards on the game. And a quick first down.
That's good for Packers. First down.
Well, that run came at the perfect time, Mike. Anytime you find yourself backed up near your own goal line, the goal is to just start with one first down. They were able to get it here. Now you give a little breathing room, a little room to operate. Fresh set of downs. Keep this drive alive.
We'll go play action with Love. That is into the hands of Wicks. And he's out of bounds. Gain of 4. It'll bring up second down.
Out of bounds at the 26-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
play fake. Here's Love. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
Brings up 3rd and
Linebacker
7.
certainly wasn't fooled on that play. Not only does he get there in a hurry, but he's able to secure that tackle and bring him down for a loss.
What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? To throw is Love. He's going to let this one go deep. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down.
1st and 10.
The Giants offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of conversation in that locker room at halftime. They got to find a way to slow him down. Nothing they've done has worked so far. First and 10 now from the 36. That one is complete. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
On 2nd down, Winston. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. 12 yards on that hookup. 1st down, Giants.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Give them 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a 1st down.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
He'll get it into the hands of Slayton. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
I'd like to see them do a better job here the rest of the game, Mike, just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is, when you have a quarterback at this level and what they see before the ball's in their hands is the exact same thing they see once they do get the ball, everything is just so much easier for them to process. Change the look, change the coverages, move your safeties. Make the quarterback have to process with the ball in his hand.
From the 23, here's 2nd and 7. Throwing, Jameis. He's got his man, that's Slayton. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
3rd and 3.
To throw is Winston. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he's got the 1st down. He'll slide to a stop and take it to 1st and goal.
And the Giants 1st down. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
So we'll take it to the other end as we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Tie game, fourth quarter. What a sequence looming here as we get to first and goal. He pulls it in around the 5. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1 yard line 10 times. And then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the goal line. In these goal-to-go situations, backed up on your own goal line, Mike, what they teach the defense is it's your job to establish a new line of scrimmage, and that's exactly what they did here. Watch the push they get. The offensive line goes backwards, and they take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Throwing here on third and goal. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
When a defense has speed to the ball like this group does, it makes these wide receiver screens really challenging because all those fast linebackers and defensive backs that are chasing the ball carrier, the offensive line, one's responsible for them, and sometimes that's just a speed mismatch, and they can't get out in front.
And this one, right down the middle. It's good. And they take the lead here in the fourth quarter.
And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the fourth quarter.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. He'll start at the 4. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Packers offense ready to take over once again. They'll start out first down and 10. Love. Good work there defensively. Knocked it away, and that pass falls incomplete. Javon Holland, tight coverage, and he's able to break that one up.
And at this stage of the game, it's both teams that are really seeing who can make the big play to swing the game in their favor, and this time it's the defense. He's able to get his hands on it. Mike, I think they're lucky he wasn't able to get both hands on it because it could have been even a bigger play.
Second down throw for Love. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force third down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
He's got a man. It's Dobbs. They get 19 on that pass play. First down, Packers.
And the Packers, first down. A gain of 19 yards. First down, Green Bay.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard at the Giants' 48-yard line.
A good spot here, second and a yard. They'll run with Jacobs. And not much there. Good defense, held to no gain.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
A big play looming here. They need to convert. It is 3rd and inches. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
It's a gain of a yard.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the first down.
On the bootleg, it's Love. Off-balance throw, it's complete. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
19 yards.
A 19-yard pickup there. Good for a Green Bay first down.
A gain of 19 yards.
Nice play design here by the offensive coordinator. His ability to get the quarterback outside the pocket, take some stress off the protection. By the time he reaches the launch point, the receiver's running wide open downfield, and he puts the ball right on the money.
On 1st and 10, here's Love. And he let him a bit too much. The pass is incomplete. Josh Jacobs was the intended receiver. And it'll be 2nd down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down? It's a really good job defensively. The key is you don't want your defensive linemen to overcommit to rushing the passer, and you don't want your linebackers in secondary dropping too deep defending the pass. In this case, all 3 levels played disciplined, good football with good vision. And that's why they're able to stop him for no gain.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
Here comes Brandon McManus in a pressure situation. This to tie things up here in the 4th. And this one right down the middle. It's good. That evens the score here in the 4th quarter.
And this is where it pays to have a kicker you can trust, Mike. I mean, this is as big a spot as there is. 4th quarter, what does he do? He comes out and he delivers to tie up this game.
All even. 4th quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? The return starts from the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Giants offense and Jameis Winston getting set to go to work again. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read, seemingly every time. On 1st and 10, here's Winston. Off he goes. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a 1st down.
We've seen this quarterback have some effective plays with his legs all game today, Mike. He knows when to stay in there and look to pass, but he also knows when it's time to tuck it and go, and he's able to pick up good yardage there.
On the zone read, a give to Tracy. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6.
46-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 4. 2nd down throw for Jameis. This one taken in by Hyatt. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 14 yards.
14 yards on that pass play there. That's good for a Giants first down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
And while it ultimately worked out for him this time, Mike, this is not a throw he wants to make a habit of, because that was risky. When he threw it, I thought that ball was being picked. I think he got away with one here, results in a big pickup, and get a fresh set of downs.
A quick throw here on the RPO. It's caught by Johnson.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
From the 34, here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, Winston. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. It's a pickup of 13 yards. First down, Giants.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
Looked like that might have been an RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like we might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off and there was nowhere for that running back.
Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
Wow, an important one coming here. Tie game, late, and this is 3rd down. Oh, this pass rush dialed in right now. They get him again. Rashawn Gary, former Michigan Wolverine, in there to take him down.
And the big guys up front in the offensive line just continue to not be on the same page. And we've seen it time and time again here today. This pass rush remains one step ahead of them, and it's the quarterback who continues to pay the price.
So now, a big spot coming here. This to take the lead here in the 4th. And this one, right down the middle. It's good. And they take the lead here in the 4th quarter.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Williams now to return. Now an opening past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Packers offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Love. That one just too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
I'm not so sure he would have picked up the first down had they connected either way, but still, disappointing outcome to not at least get a handful of positive yards on that last one.
Big play coming up. This is third down. Love to throw. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is fourth down.
And that's what you call a wasted series. They come out here and they decide we're just going to air it out. First, second, third down. All three incompletions, and now it brings up fourth down. And barring some crazy decision here to keep your offense on the field, you're going to find yourself right back on the sideline.
And he's going to be hit and dropped right away. That's great coverage there. Winds up with nothing on the return. The Giants offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. On first down, it's Winston. This one batted away. It's incomplete. Darius Slayton was the intended receiver. And that will lead to a second down.
That's one of those plays where you come off the field, Mike, and you're getting a lot of high fives. Hey, good job. But then that secondary's coach pulls you over to the side and says, hey, nice play. But next time, let's come away with the pick.
Throwing on second down, Winston. Crushed, it's incomplete. He did get the pass off, but he got drilled before he let it go.
Incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
2 incompletions to start the drive, and it leads to third down and 10. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
This will be returned from the other side of midfield, and he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. Out comes the Green Bay offense now as they get set to take over again. They'll start from the plus side of midfield, looking to possibly take the lead here. It's first and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
There's very few defenses in today's NFL, Mike, that you can play the cornerback position and be unwilling to tackle. Those days are kind of over, so give credit to this guy. I mean, he identified run, he understood his leverage and gap fit, and he's able to bring him down for no gain.
Throwing on second down, Love. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up third down.
2 minutes remain in the fourth quarter. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. The crowd at MetLife on their feet for third down. That is Musgrave, the man in motion. They'll drop to throw. Short throw there, pulled in by Musgrave. And he's going to get there. He got the first down, not by a whole lot, but that'll keep this drive rolling.
And the Packers first down.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line. Settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
It's second
All right,
down.
so this is why you get paid the big bucks. These are the possessions as a quarterback you need to deliver for your team. Everybody talks about 2 minutes. Everybody drills it every single week. But when it comes down to this moment in the game, your quarterback needs to be on point. And after that first down incompletion, it just makes things that much harder.
That's left side, caught by Musgrave. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. Double as good there. They get the first down and save a timeout. 2 receptions for him on this drive. This one good for 16 yards. Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Love. The outside, it's brought in by Golden. And he'll wind up getting about 4 before he's shown the sideline.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
On 2nd down, Love. That's Dobbs open left side. And the Packers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them down to the 1.
Another Packers first down. 1st and goal, Green Bay.
And now, after that catch, they've got a chance here late, Mike. They've got enough time to try to move this thing down. I think they can win the game on this possession.
Here's Jacobs. And he's not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose yardage. They push him backwards. The Packers go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get it with just under a minute to go in this football game. Second and goal. Here's Love to throw. Oh, and a pressure there. He can't get a throwaway, and he's taken down.
If there's one positive remaining, it's the fact that they're still in scoring position. But with the way they've been able to move the ball down here in the red zone, they're thinking 6. But after that last sack, their chances of converting here for a touchdown have gotten a lot more difficult.
This crowd doing everything they can before 3rd and goal. And this is a touchdown! They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play. What a terrific play at the back of the end zone. Greg, that is so hard to do, but something you did during your career. How do guys pull that off?
Yeah, the key here, Mike, is the concentration to not only see the ball, but then you have to feel the ground. You have to know exactly where you are in the back line of the end zone. And tell you what, this is about as good as it gets. Come down with the ball, 2 feet in bounds, touchdown.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Jameis Winston now, and this offense down on the scoreboard. A little under 30 seconds to go. They need a touchdown. Field goal is worthless now as they come up with 1st and 10. The gun, it's Winston. And he can't hang on through the contact incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
Great job there defensively, separating the man from the ball. And this is the moments of the game where you need your best players to step up. And this guy's showing what he's capable of doing in the game's critical moment.
He has Hyatt complete. And he gets him 6 yards closer before going out of bounds. And it's third down coming up.
And 4.
Throwing, Jameis. It is incomplete. Here we go. Their final play. It's fourth down.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on third down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on fourth down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he's going to have the Giants first down as they wind up getting 13 on fourth down.
And now after that big completion, Mike, they can't panic yet. They're not into the mode where they're in desperation. They have 2 timeouts in their back pocket. Take a deep breath. Get your best first down play call to your quarterback. A field goal's not going to do it. They got to think touchdown all the way.
Winston to throw on first down. And that could be the dagger. It's intercepted. Picked up by Edgerrin Cooper.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 43-yard line.
Mike, these are just throws you're not accustomed to seeing, especially from a quarterback that has played this much football. He's been around the NFL for a long time. He's got to make better decisions. Costly mistakes like that are going to kill his team.
The defense can stop it twice more as the kneel down comes. So, it's a win here for the visiting Packers. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, they got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. And that was the difference in this one. So, that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long, everyone.